Hello, most amazing first grade art students. Miss Godfrey here, and I'm going to show you a quick video of me drawing my robot. I'm going to use a black Sharpie. You can use a black marker if you want, or you can use a pencil, whatever's available. First thing we're going to do is we're going to think what our robot wants to look like. Next week, you guys are going to be finding old recyclable materials in your house, and you're going to be building a 3D version of your robot. So just keep that in your mind as you build your robot. What do I have in my house? And you might want to go ahead and start collecting things you have in your house to make your robot sculpture. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give my robot a rectangular head. Okay? And I'm going to put some antennas on my robot. And a robot has a neck, so I want a rectangular part for my neck. And here's the main body of my robot. Okay? And robots have buttons, okay, so that you can control them. So I'm going to go ahead and put some buttons on my robot. And I want to give my robot a face. Robots have faces too, so I'm going to use my circles and my squares and my rectangles to make my robot's face. And the next thing I'm going to do is draw some legs for my robot. Robots are very geometrical. They're not curvy like humans. So we're using all of our geometric shapes to make our robot. And my robot needs some hands. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some arms and some hands on my robot. Okay, and my robot's got his antennas. He's got all the parts he needs. You can name your robot if you would like. I think I'm going to name mine Mr. Let me think of a good name. Mr. Techie. I'm going to name my robot Mr. Techie. Okay, and so what you can do is you can use whatever you have in your house. You do not have to use the same things that Miss Godfrey has to draw your robot. And you're going to get some markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever you have in your house, and you're going to color your robot. These are some of Miss Godfrey's favorite types of markers that I like to use. These are the Crayola Super Tips. And I'm going to make my robot's eyeballs look like real eyeballs. And I'm just going to color certain parts of my robot with my markers. These are the Crayola Super Tips. Some of you may have these at home. I like them. They're very fun markers. And my robot's got blue eyes. And I'm going to get some gray out because I want to make my robot look because his name is Mr. Techie. So I'm going to make him look very mechanic with grayish, silverish type coloring. And I'm just going to go through. Some of you may remember from the classroom that Miss Godfrey likes to add a lot of value to her artwork, and I've shown you how to use different colors just to make your value in your artwork pop. So I'm going to use a couple of different gray colors there. I have got a lot of markers here. But what you can do is just go around, color your robot. Whatever colors come to mind. You may want your robot to be bright purple, yellow. You don't have to do what Miss Godfrey's doing. You can be creative. Okay. Okay. And that is like a dark gray. So now I'm going to take this gray and I'm just making my robot look almost like shiny. Okay. If I go through and I color my robot with one color and then go over with another gray, I can make it just look a little bit more shiny. That's adding value. We've talked about value before. Okay. I'm gonna make my buttons some interesting and bright colors. I'm gonna kind of mix a lot of colors because I want my my robot to have some interesting colors to him. So I'm just gonna use different colors to color in the buttons. Now, next week when you do your 3D model of your robot, you do not have to use all these colors. Don't think that you have to go around hunting for stuff that is exact these colors. For your robot, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna find as much junk as possible. For instance, bottle caps, loose paper clips, some small plastic containers, those types of things. Miss Godfrey is also going to build her robot, and I'm going to make a video and just introduce you to my 3D robot to give you an idea what your final should look like the following week. But you should have fun building this robot. Just going around your house and looking for different things. Small plastic containers. For instance, you can use bottle caps for the buttons. You can bend paper clips that you may have at home and make the antennas. Okay, so just be creative and think of just things that go through your recycling area at home and just think of things that you can find to build your robot. It may be something that you can get help from a parent or older brother and sister. Can help you find some of these things and can help you build your robot. So just finishing up my robot here. I'm looking at his antennas and I'm thinking, oh, I may want to make his antennas a little bit thicker. So in 1 second, I'm going to look at that and do some work on his antennas. What do I do with his mouth? Maybe I might give him some crazy teeth. I'm gonna make him some crazy yellow teeth like this. That is a fluorescent yellow right there. And so I'm gonna give him some of these crazy fluorescent yellow teeth. And just a light pink in there for his mouth. Inside of his mouth, you know how the inside of our mouths are reddish pinkish. So I'm trying to make him somewhat human, but he's still a robot. So I've got these crazy fluorescent teeth for my robot. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is finish up the face here. His antennas are his ears, so we don't have to add anything to that. Some artists, before they build 3D things, like we're building our 3D robot, some artists like to sketch their stuff out. And so that's what we're basically doing, is we're coming up with an idea for our robot. And if you would like to draw more than one robot, that's fine, but you're only required to do one. So that way, if you have more than one idea, you can do that as well. Just add a little bit of shading to his face here, just to make him look a little bit more 3D. Okay, so I want to thicken up my antennas right here. So his antennas are his ears, and I'm probably going to look through my house and find some wire or something for his antennas. I'm sure I have some loose paper clips or something I can use. But there is my robot. There is Mr. Techie. That's what I named him. Please, if you would like to name your robot, you can do that. Please send me a picture of your artwork, okay? You can have your parents take a picture with their phone and just send it to me, and that'll give you credit for the first week on this project. I will talk to you all later. I hope you like Mr. Techie, and I cannot wait to see your drawings as well.